Hey there guys, welcome to the last part of this Reverse Flash Lifesize bust. Right now I'm hitting the bust with transparent black. I've never used a transparent color. Nonetheless, I've never done wrinkles this big or painted a statue this big, so I wanted to test out this transparent black to see how well it would turn out. Needless to say, I kind of went overzealous with how bad I contrasted the wrinkles, and you'll see how I eventually ended up fixing that. Before I had planned my approach with shading this life-size bust, I really didn't want to use any other color to shade the fabric of the suit, because I believed that shading a suit in anything other than blacks or grays, it would just come off too cartoony. And when I eventually had gotten done shading in all of the areas of the suit, I ended up with this very high contrasted look. So I had to tone it down with the base coat, which I did there. I didn't record myself doing it, but here's a picture showcasing that. So then I got myself some transparent brown, and I started shading all over again from beginning to end. Basically kind of going over what I've done before, and it worked out for the better. Now that the shading's all done and sealed with the tester's dull coat that I like to use, I went ahead and started the chroming process. Now for the chroming, you really need a black base coat, a solid one, as solid as possible, and you want to move on to the secondary step in that, in which you have to apply heavy doses of gloss. I applied 3 to 4 coats of gloss coating, and then you go in with the chrome. After that, I want to hit it with this special candy apple red that I really like to use on the Reverse Flash helmet that I first built. So I really wanted that textural difference. I wanted that shine, that gloss alongside a matte background. So just wanting to hit this and cover it as much as possible with that black coat. I didn't record myself hitting the bust with the gloss coats because I believe it was just wasted footage. There's no progress being shown. So instead, I'm just kind of fast forwarding to the chroming. Right here, I'm using Spastix Mirror Chrome. I had a little left over in the bottle, and it was the same chrome I had used to do my Reverse Flash helmet. So I figured I might as well use it. There are other chroming paints out there that you could use. I know Molotow is really reflective and very convincing as a chroming, but I didn't feel like experimenting with paint I've never used before on this bust, considering it's been almost 2 months of me working on it at this point. Moving on to the earwings, I'm slowly building up that chrome coat, just like I did on the lightning bolt. The technique in order to get the best effect with chroming is that you need to apply a solid coat and then apply more chrome on top of the chrome you've laid down, but letting it dry in between times before you decide to add another. The point is to build on top of it some more, and then going over it with a buffing pad or a microfiber cloth just so you get that high reflectiveness. Now after I had got done doing the earwings, I let them sit and I went back to the bust and applied another layer of it. And once I was done with the bust of adding that layer, I went back to the earwings and added another layer. I didn't record myself going back and forth between the two as I let one or the other dry. but that's definitely the technique you want to go for. And once done, you'll be seeing me kind of brush down the lightning bolt with a microfiber cloth. With chrome paint, it's not unusual for a bit of that metal flake material to come off, but buffing definitely will go a long way if you decide to do that with your chrome, or at least that's the best effect you can get with doing that. Now that I got done buffing, now I'm hitting it with a special candy apple red I like to use. It's by Duplicolor, and it's a metal cast red. So it's a color that's very transparent. It's meant to be sprayed over chrome, and the look is like no other rattle can effect I've ever seen. I've used this same rattle can on my Reverse Flash helmet that I built, but you can always buy a candy apple red through Spaztex. I've seen that they make a really nice candy apple. If you'd like to go the airbrush route, you'll have a little more control over how much is going out of the airbrush so that you can layer it effectively. But right now I had that metal cast red. It's beautiful. I absolutely love the color coming out of this can, so that's what I decided to stick to. Now, this Duplicolor metal cast is an automotive paint, so it's very tough once it's fully cured. It cures in a gloss coat, so you can leave it as is, or if you absolutely wanted to hit it with more gloss coats on top of that, you're more than welcome to do so. It does not affect the red that you lay down. Absolutely does not, which is awesome. So it's very tough, definitely secures the color in there so it won't get scratched off easily or crack very easily, which is awesome. So I highly recommend the metal cast line, but you're more than welcome to use a candy apple through Spaztex or any other airbrush company. Now that I'm finishing up with this earwing, the final reveal is about to happen. When the light hits the lightning bolt just right, it definitely lights up, which is awesome. That's why I absolutely love that color. I did go in off camera and fix the face a little more, adding more reds in the cheeks, the nose, added a little bit of a green hue over areas in which a beard would grow in. I fixed the lips, went in under the eyes as well and fixed those off camera. And like I've said before, it's a technique that is really boring and time consuming. It's also a technique that takes place in bad lighting, so I don't record myself. Hey there guys, pardon the sweater, it's actually really cold where I'm at right now. I just wanted to do this final little snippet for this video to showcase a comparison between me and this life-size bust. And I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. It took about 2 months in order for me to repaint him and do all the surgery, install the eyes and such. So if you appreciated this video, you learned some things, please follow me on Instagram it's dweeb_creations. And if you like the video, like it, subscribe. There'll be more custom paint jobs and how-to videos on how to customize props and statues. Thank you for watching.